everybody out there, how are you? Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 breathing techniques that I really like to use if I'm feeling really stressed out or really anxious. I've been more stressed out than usual lately, and I find that anytime I'm feeling anxious or stressed out that I tend to kind of naturally gravitate towards breath work and taking some deep breaths, and I always find that it helps to calm me down so much. And so lately I've kind of been playing around with a few different techniques that I really love, and I just wanted to share them with you. One of the reasons why deep breathing is so great and helps to calm us down is because it helps to activate our parasympathetic nervous system. So that's kind of what governs rest and digest and our ability to really calm down. It helps to slow down our heart rate, reduce our blood pressure, relax our muscles, slow down our breathing, obviously. And so it's just such an incredible tool to use if you're feeling stressed out. You can do it anywhere, at any time. It's always available to you. It costs nothing, of course, and it's easy and effective. And if you have maybe a really high stress job, or you're going through a really stressful situation, or maybe you are a little bit more of an anxious person, then taking the time each day, if possible, even if it's for just 1 minute or 5 minutes, to do some deep breathing and to focus on our breath can make such an enormous difference in how we manage our stress levels and how we feel. So the 3 breathing techniques that I'm going to share with you guys today are pursed lip breathing, equal breathing, and alternate nostril breathing. And before I begin, I want to let you guys know that when you're doing deep breathing, there's obviously lots of different methods in the way of how many seconds you inhale and how many seconds you exhale, and there's lots of different ways to go about it that way. But I think that the best way for you to do it is what feels the most comfortable and the most calming for you. So sometimes I like to just take an inhale for 5 seconds, and maybe I'll exhale for 8 seconds, or sometimes I'll switch it up a bit, or just kind of flow with what's working to calm me down. And I think that that's the best thing, regardless of whether the technique states that you have to inhale for exactly 4 seconds. I think just kind of go with it and just listen to your body in how you feel the best. So before you begin, of course, you want to be seated very comfortably, ideally in comfortable clothing, but of course it doesn't really matter if you're doing this on the bus or on the train or at your desk. You can do it anywhere, but ideally just seated very comfortably. You don't want to be slouching, you don't want to be, too upright. You just want to be comfortable. You can rest your hands in your lap. That's usually what I like to do, or you can put a hand on your chest and a hand on your abdomen, whatever works for you. So the first technique here is called pursed lip breathing. I think it's also known as resistance breathing, just because the way that you exhale, the air is forced to come out a lot slower because you're pursing your lips. And I find that this is probably one of my most favorite deep breathing techniques. What you do is you're going to inhale anywhere from 4 to 5 seconds, and then you're just going to exhale with pursed lips. You can time it if you want to kind of breathe out for 5 seconds. I just kind of let the air naturally flow out in whatever amount of time that it takes. And inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. And exhale. Inhale 4 seconds. And exhale. And again, inhale for 4 seconds. And exhale. The second technique that I'm going to share with you is called equal breathing, and this one is where you essentially breathe in for 5 seconds and you'll breathe out for 5 seconds. With this one, you are also breathing exclusively through your nose, so you're inhaling through your nose and you're exhaling through your nose. And with this one, I actually like to exhale for a little longer, like specifically 7 or 8 seconds, because I find that the slower the exhale, the longer the exhale, the more calmer I feel. So this one's quite straightforward. You're just going to inhale for 5 seconds through your nose. exhale for 5 seconds or for 7 to 8 seconds through your nose as well. Inhale 5 seconds. Exhale. Inhale 5 seconds. Exhale. The idea, of course, behind deep breathing is to take those long inhales, long exhales, and that's what works to relax your nervous system. The last technique that I'm going to share with you guys is called alternate nostril breathing. I'm sure some of you have heard of this one. There's a few ways that you can do this with your hand. The most traditional, I believe, is where you will leave your thumb and your outer 2 fingers open, and then these 2 will close. So what you're going to do is with your thumb, you're going to cover your right nostril and you're going to inhale through your left nostril. You're going to release the thumb, cover your left nostril with your ring finger, and exhale through the right. And you're going to inhale through the right. Cover the right nostril with your thumb and exhale through the left. And then we can do it again. You can inhale through the left, cover the left nostril, release the right, and exhale through the right. So you can keep following that alternate nostril breathing for as long as feels comfortable for you, maybe 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes. You can do it for 5 minutes. And the best part about this particular technique is that it's very, very balancing for our left and right brain. I find it's probably the most balancing out of all of the techniques.